Welcome to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Friday morning. I hope you are well. I hope you're having a good day. Hope you're looking forward to a good weekend. Obviously, I know there's no Premier League football on, but you still got the Champions League final tomorrow. Obviously, big game. I think for the most part, we'll probably all want Dortmund to win. This is where I'm going to get cooked in the comments now for people saying, no, I like Madrid. Sorry about that one, guys. In this video, we are talking a little bit about an ex-Spurs player that I have spoken about previously before in Marcus Edwards. I kind of want to talk about these reports from Portugal, as well as some really fascinating quotes surrounding the idea of moving academy players up through the chain into the first team. So loads to talk about in this video. Just want to say, though, if you're new, subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. And I might actually do a bit of a YouTube live tomorrow morning. I'm not too sure. I'll arrange it probably a little bit more today, and then within the next video or whatever, you'll know about it. And I'll put it up so you know when it's going to be on. It'll be on your YouTube homepage, all right? But yeah, let's talk about Marcus Edwards, the former Spurs player himself. So it came from Portugal, like I said, and it said Marcus Edwards wants to return home and rejoin Spurs this summer. Spurs have the winger on their radar, but he has explicitly expressed his desire to return to the club. Spurs still retain a 35% sell-on clause from his previous sale to Sporting Lisbon. Obviously, it went, I think, was it Vitoria to Lisbon, and then Spurs relinquished 15% within the Pedro Porro deal. Okay, so that's why it's 35%. Look, I don't know what to make of this deal, if I'm honest. A part of you and me will sit here and go, wouldn't it be nice to see him back in the Premier League? And would it be nice to see a guy who was an academy player who was touted to be, the next big thing, especially through the academy, but if not in English football, it'd be nice to see him come back and show that it was the right thing to deem him. A part of me also looks at it and thinks, well, will going for Marcus Edwards stop us going for, a big target? Look, if you knew and you didn't know, Eberechi Eze is the one guy that I want. People ask me, what do you want from striker? What do you want from centre back? What do you want from midfield? I know what I want from an attacking player, though. That is the one guy that I truly sit here, wholeheartedly say, that's what I want. Okay? So if you ask me, if you could have one player, that's the one player, right? The thing with Marcus Edwards is obviously that 35% sell-on clause. I think Sporting Lisbon would probably take less money in terms of just a bid from another club. Let's say Brentford came in for Marcus Edwards, right? And they would take probably less money for him in terms of just for the hell of it. But when it comes to Spurs, I think they would say, well, look, you got a 35% sell on. The deal's going to have to be agreed for X. And so I am just a little bit peculiar. Obviously, maths-wise, it winds up being the exact same thing. But for FFP and things like that, you know what I mean? It gets a bit more techie. I'm not going to go into it, right? I'm still undecided. Is he a good player? Yes. Does he make us... So, like, the rule always is the two questions. Does he make us better? Right? The second one is, does he make us exponentially better? Does he make us much better? And I'm putting that to you when you're watching this, so you can sit there and kind of go, yay, nay, 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 or yay, yay, whatever. All right? Jazz hands included. You know the rules. But I'm interested to see what you guys think, because I'm still on the fence with this one. I don't know. I don't really know. It would help homegrown and help academy trained, but I truly, truly don't know. Right, I want to talk about what academy players, right now and what it all means. And it came from Simon Davies, who's the academy director. I will whiz through this, I promise. It says that I speak to Ange regularly and he has got a real thirst for youth development. He understands the fans and the club's ambitions to have several, not just one, but several of our own in the first team. But it's my job to make sure those players are at the level of Ange. It's not a given. We are Tottenham. We want to be a Champions League club that's fighting at the top end. So we have to make sure the players are at the right level. It's not fair to ask a manager at any club to give young players a go when they're not at the level. I know Ange is ready for young players to go into the first team. It's encouraging that the manager sees something in Mikey Moore, but it is just potential at the moment. He is 16 years old. He's not 17 until August, so he's a young boy with high potential, but we have several of them in the academy. It's exciting for the academy to have a player so young on the bench, but we have to stay calm and consistent because at the moment, it is just potential. I've always said about youth players, we all want youth players to come through the system. You know, we all want players to turn out to be like Harry Kane, right? I've always had the idea of there's nothing wrong with, and I use the left wing position as kind of a showing of this idea. You have Heung-Min Son. He's the club captain. He's the best player that we have, right? In the attacking sense, you might think Romero's better. Well, I'm not going to go into it, but just in the attacking sense, he is our best player. You then have a backup through Timo Werner. So you know through Europa League, the EFL Cup, the FA Cup. You know you can kind of give Son that time to say, kick back and relax. Don't worry about it. We're gonna just get ready for the weekend, right? But then you can sprinkle in the Mikey Moore here and there. You know they can you can kind of go, well, we're going to give him 15, 20 minutes sporadically, build him up. So then when he is ready to kind of get maybe more than that, he's ready and we're not forcing that. It's the same, I think, with Jamie Donnelly, Lucas Bergvall. Obviously Polly talks about Ashley Phillips a lot, with Ashley Phillips, Tyrese Hall, Will Lancashire, Dane Scarlett. There's so many that we can talk about. But my attitude always is sporadic minutes. If we're 3-0 up at the weekend and we, 20 minutes to go, all right, well, if you feel fine, throw them on for 10, 15 minutes, build them up that, they're not just getting 2 or 3 minutes where, you don't really learn a lot, but, 10, 15, 20 minutes where they can learn, I'm all for. But they have to be ready. We don't just throw them in for the sake of it. They have to be ready. And that's why I think sporadic minutes, bleed them in nice and slowly over the course of a whole season. Don't rush it. Look at Phil Foden. That didn't get rushed. And now Phil Foden is one of the best players in the Premier League. Cole Palmer wasn't just thrown in. It was sporadic minutes here and there. You look at Man City even with players like Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob could start for the majority of the teams in the Premier League, right? But they've just kind of gone, we're not going to throw it. We're not going to force this. We're going to bleed your minutes slowly but surely to the point when you're ready to rock and roll, you're ready. All right. And you're ready. We know you're ready. Everyone knows you're ready, right? It's what Arsenal have done in the past. It's what Liverpool have done in the past. I mean, look at Liverpool with Trent Alexander-Arnold. They didn't force it straight away. They said, look, we think you're great. We think you can be even better. But let's just build you up nice and slowly. Let's not, it's not about winning this race in the drop of a hat. It's making sure we're guaranteed to win this race regardless of the pace. All right. So I like that. I like that the fact that Ange does like the youth. The idea that Ange doesn't, he does. I promise you, he does. But I also quite understand where they're coming from. That you don't just force this. You don't just rush this. You don't just cram them in just because we like the youth. Because there are Spurs fans that will go, I want to see more youth. But then these are the same people that will go, well, we're not signing world-class players. What we're doing, and you can't have that both ways. Now, what you can do is you can sign great quality squad players with top talent like an Eze and a striker and things like that, and you can blend them in with the Sonnies and the Romeros and the Mickeys and what have you, and you can build them up with them, so that when, let's be honest, the time is right to move those guys on, these boys are stepping in, ready to rock and roll. And you continuously churn that cycle. That's what the top clubs do. I'm going to see what you guys think about that, because it's a bit different. I know it's not buy, sell of players. It's nice to kind of talk about, that trajectory of those youth players, because we have got some quality, but it's about how we get them from where they are as promising, exciting players into being our stars. But we shall see. Anyway, guys, then the video. I hope you enjoyed. Drop a like on the video. If you did, hit me in the comment section down below. Your thoughts about Marcus Edwards and his desire to come back to Spurs, as well as those quotes from Chris Davies, the Academy Director. I want to know your thoughts and feelings about all those things. Obviously, subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, then the video. I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.